Howdy, my name's Ryan. It is Friday, 2:15, and I got a training session to do today, last one for the week. I'm gonna down this pre-workout. Wow, that stung the nostrils. Holy cow. Oh, it's like smelling salts. It tastes good, I promise. Got a pretty good day scheduled. Let's take a look here. What I've been enjoying is getting on the row for like 2 minutes, hitting the speed back for 2 minutes, jumping, row for like 2 minutes, then doing some sort of jump. 2 rounds of that, and then I usually have some jumps for the day. Today I've got just some dumbbell vertical jumps. And then I'll stretch a little bit. Then I'm gonna work up to a heavy complex that I'll show you off the top of my head. I think it's a deadlift with a hang clean, 2 front squats, and then a split jerk. Then we have some pause squats, some pause front squats, GHD hamstring curl, weighted sit-ups, and then pull-ups at the end. Really excited for the front squats today. I'm gonna see if I can get close to 500 pounds, pausing it ATG Klokov style, so that'll be fun. Really excited for that. Fridays are always some of the best sessions. Generally, like, I'll program some more fun lifts and sessions for that Friday. So like that makes the session fun in and of itself, but there's also something about just like training hard on Fridays to end the week. And it's almost like your previous sessions have sort of peaked you for this Friday lift. All right, I'm gonna down this pre-workout. We'll get to it. All right, let's get a quote going for the day. I'm feeling something organic, you know? You know, people forget that like it's people that make quotes and you're a person, right? So you can make a quote. Thematically, the day is hard and we're lifting weights. Let's see here. Why would you want training to be easy? Boom. Boom. Put that one in the history books. What I like to do as I'm warming up is set the rower such that I can just stare at my own greatness on the whiteboard. It just, nobody motivates me, I can just motivate myself, you know? You'll find that like, in a longer form video, and I guess it's actually that way on Instagram too, like 90% of the stuff that comes out of my mouth is just me riffing. It's meaningless. It's just like a guitarist plucking strings on a guitar to like see if you can come up with like some kind of melody. That's all I'm doing. Come over in here and hit the speed bag for a little bit. Been working on a new rhythm. I'll go right hand, and then as soon as that right hand connects, I follow with a left. So it's like a really fast tap tap. Let's see if I can do it. Right, like the reason why I do these 3 separate little warm-ups, these openers, if you want to call it, is because I don't want to stare at that rowing screen for longer than 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? If I mix it up a little bit, just move a little faster. But like with jump roping, the only thing I'm going to do is stay right here. The minute I start trying to, oh look at that, come on, hot dog. Oh shoot, I surprised myself there a little bit. Let's try that again. I feel so free. Wow, keep going. 2 sets of 4, I'm just gonna use plates. These are 10s. 7 minutes or so into moving. Once I start jumping, I really start getting a good sweat. And once I start sweating, like I feel prepared to lift. It's so amazing, like the difference in mobility when you try to lift weights cold, particularly an Olympic exercise, versus lifting weights warm. Like if I am just warm, my lifts are gonna feel so much better. And I know I'm warm if I get a sweat going. All right, once I get sweaty, spend a little bit of time really just going through some various stretches, particularly ones that I feel are going to help me get warm in the positions I'm going to express in the day. That's today. Got front racks, right? I got to get into a front rack. I got to get into the bottom of deep squats. So I'm going to work through things that are going to help me warm up that position. Just become accustomed to getting to accepting weight there, moving in that position. I was gonna say accepting loads, but that doesn't sound good. Rolling off the tongue. Here's a good one. Push the knees out, but also try to bring the hips forward. Try to touch your butt to your calves. This one's called pigeon pose. I could be mistaken. I don't know why it's called the pigeon pose. Wrists for me are the most important joint to warm up to get into a good front rack. So I usually start with this, fingertips out to the side, rock back and forth, and kind of like a figure 8 with my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Loosey-goosey. I'm just searching for ways to try to get into increasingly larger ranges of motion, right? Like I don't care about modeling various stretches. I'm just sort of flowing, just doing what I think will feel good, get me ready for the session. You know, before we get into these weights, let's pause for a second. Let's talk about you. How did your week go? Comment something that went really well this week that you're proud of yourself for. A win that you had this week could be something gym related, could be something job related, could be something socially related, whatever. You surely had one win this week, and a win is just something positive, right? And then also comment something maybe that you'd like to work on, something you noticed from this previous week, something that didn't go as well as planned, something you think you could have done a little bit more efficiently or handled a different way. All right, you ready? Let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. Before your first rep of the day, just give a little bow. You can liken that to the pinnacle of Kevin Costner's monologue in Tin Cup. Nod to the gods.
A little nod to the gods.
Or it can just be a reminder of focus and precision. Whatever you want, right? But just give yourself a little bow. Ah! 50-cent word of the day. Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist, the spirit of an era. So the next time you're at a cocktail hour and somebody's talking about music during the 70s, you can pull out that word, zeitgeist. Oh yes, well the zeitgeist of that era I would refer to as whatever, fill in the blank, and blow everyone's minds. idea is just to build to a heavy single on this complex. So I'm gonna just go hang clean split jerk here to save as much as I can for the next rep. Because I think that'll be my last one. Depending on how this feels, that'll tell me where I'm gonna go. The top set tingle. That feeling you get when you're gonna go for your top set for the day, and there's just something in the air, you know what I mean? Like it's almost tangible. Oh, money! Yes! Ah! I'm gonna try to do something absolutely filthy today here with these front squats. These squats are inspired by one of my favorite lifters of all time, Klokov. Plenty of videos of him on YouTube just absolutely dive bombing some front squats, pausing at the bottom, and then just blowing it up. One of the paradoxical things about squatting deep is you almost have to learn how to relax at the bottom. Particularly all of the muscles that are surrounding your hips and that contribute to hip extension, right? It's almost like you want to relax all of that, even your quads a little bit, so that way you can really get all the way to the bottom. So it sounds counterintuitive because you imagine like everything needs to be as tight as possible, and I mean, yeah, absolutely, but like there's an element of relaxing at the very bottom. All this is just testing yourself. Just like you were in school, teacher slapped a math test on your desk, wanted to know how much you know about math. You're just testing how strong you are. How much do you know about lifting weights? It's all this is. It's just a test. Get your chili hot? Listen, you go for a really heavy front squat, it's gonna feel like you can't breathe. It's okay. You can't breathe. Accept it. Doesn't matter. Top set tingle. Yes, of course. One thing you'll find after you do like a set like that that demands like all of the bandwidth that you have, if you sit, you can get cold really fast, and like that arousal that you get from a set like that will just keep you, or that will just bring you crashing down almost. So like you don't want to sit for too long after something like that if you have some more to do in your session, because once you get down like that, you really can't get back up, and the weights are just going to feel so heavy. So like, sit down for a little bit, collect your thoughts, then just keep going. Those make me make weird noises. I don't mean to grunt like that. You are missing out if your gym does not have a GHD. My favorite core exercise right here. Take a plate, hold it up high on your chest, go all the way down, all the way up. Many people might look at a pull-up and I'm not talking about one done where you're swinging your legs and using momentum. I'm talking about a very strict pull-up. People might look at a pull-up like that and think, how on earth could I ever do that? And like try to find the missing puzzle piece in order to complete a pull-up that way. And they might think about, it almost seems like our minds are going to any place but like what is actually the most obvious answer, and it's a lack of strength. And so that leads me to say perception is embodied. The way that you interpret the world, right, physically, is a reflection of not only how coordinated you are, like how healthy you are, things like that, but also how strong you are. Right? And if you lack the strength to do a strict pull-up, it's not going to make sense to you. And so in reality, all you need to do is just get stronger. If you get stronger, you'll be able to do more movements the way that you want to do them. They'll look more flowy, they'll look more dynamic, right? It's not like a lack of mobility or something like that, you just need more strength. I believe I started that workout at around 2:30. It's now 4 o'clock. So 90 minutes for all that. That's not too bad. That was a really good training session. I felt like we definitely got better today. And I always try to remind myself with a session like that, right, like you accumulate enough of those and inevitably, I think you'll get stronger. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Training is fun.